Every evening, a man in worn-out clothes sat outside a busy restaurant, resting against the cold brick wall in silence. He never asked for food, and he never asked for money. He simply sat there on the hard concrete and watched the world. Plates passed by inside the glass, and laughter echoed out. He quietly said, "Even the smell feels like a meal tonight." That is when a small, gentle voice near him asked, "Are you hungry?" He turned his head slowly to see who had spoken. A little girl stood there holding a packed dinner in a white box. She extended her hands and said softly, "This is yours." He hesitated for a long moment, unsure. Then he reached out and took the warm box with shaking, dirt-stained hands. "Thank you," he whispered, looking down at the food. His voice cracked with emotion as he held the warmth against him. She smiled warmly at him. "My mom owns this place," she said. "Come here every night and I will make sure that you eat." And he did exactly that. Night after night, while the rest of the world walked past him, she never once walked past. She listened to his stories and she laughed with him. She treated him like a human being when no one else would look. Then one night, the spot by the wall was bare. The chair stayed empty. The next night, it remained empty as well. Days passed and then weeks went by. The girl waited outside every single evening, holding food that slowly grew cold. Until one evening, a sleek black luxury car pulled up and stopped directly outside the front of the busy restaurant. Security guards surrounded the entrance and cameras followed close behind. Everyone inside and outside stared in shock. A well-dressed man in a tuxedo stepped inside the door. The girl froze in place because she recognized his kind eyes. He smiled at her warmly. "I owe you something," he said gently. He placed a heavy black case onto the wooden counter. The mother panicked and asked, "Who are you?" He opened the latch, revealing stacks of money packed tightly inside it. "I was never homeless," he explained to them. "I am an actor, and I was out here preparing for a very difficult role." The room went silent. "But the kindness you showed me," he continued, looking at them, "that was real and it mattered." He looked down at the girl. "You fed someone that you thought had absolutely nothing and expected nothing in return. That is why I am here today. I needed to repay the person who saw a human when everyone else saw a ghost."